WhiskyJason here, Whisky Live Dublin 2024, together with
Terry from Hinch Distillery.
So about 3 weeks ago we saw each other in Limburg in Germany. You've been around the world since then, maybe?
It feels like much longer than 3 weeks, but I'll take your word for it.
Very good. We're here in Dublin now and we have Hinch Distillery.
Yes. So we're... Oh, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. One of my favorite distilleries in Northern Ireland. It's not Bushmills.
Yay. Good, I'll take that.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so we're based in County Down. We're about 20 minutes south of Belfast, near the village of Ballynahinch, where we take our name from. Means town of the island. We're owned by a man called Dr. Terry Cross. Different Terry, same first name, different surname, really different bank accounts.
True.
Terry had a packaging company, he then bought a chateau in Bordeaux, so we've used some of his casks to finish our whiskey. And then he came home around 2010, set up the distillery. We broke ground in 2016 and kind of opened just in the middle of lockdown, which was great fun for not great for tourism, but brilliant for alcohol consumption.
That's true. Let's go through your core range first of all.
Lovely. So our kind of entry level starter out is the small batch. This is ex-bourbon 4-year-old. It is a bourbon cask with lots of like vanilla, toffee, very kind of nice, straightforward, easy, sweet sipping style. That's pretty much our base liquid. After that is our 5-year-old double wood. So this recently won the best blended Irish whiskey at the World Whisky Awards this year. And to me, it's a brilliant all virgin oak finish, so it pulls back a lot of the sugar and it brings out more of the woody, leathery, peppery elements. To me, it's a very classic Irish sipping style. But again, a brilliant all-rounder. I'll use it for hot whiskey, Irish coffee, really good cocktail base, but beautiful by itself. After that is our peated. So this is, I call it the diet scotch. It is a very light peated whiskey. So again, 4-year-old, it's about 27 ppm, and it kind of highlights the benefits of triple distillation. Typically, Scotch will use loads of turf, double distill, and then they'll leave it in the cask for 10 plus years. We flip that on its head. Small amount of turf, triple distill, so it's super clean, and you take it out of the barrel after 4 years. So very nice, easy sipper. Our latest is our sherry finish, which is our 15-year-old. And this is the first whiskey that we have released in a tube. So this ties in our new brand identity with the elk, so you can see behind here as well.
There we go.
So this is our live version, and then we have an illustrated version here as well, designed by Greg Coulton. The elk was a big beast that used to roam the north of Ireland, all over Europe really, but it was really prominent in Ulster, and it's now extinct unfortunately, but we're bringing him back to life, which is why he's in modern dress. It's about something that's old but being pulled into the 21st century, and it's something that's absolutely massive in its stature, but it's perfectly balanced, which is us in a nutshell.
Yes.
So the 15-year-old sherry finish, so the whiskey itself, the liquid, it's a 13-year ex-bourbon, 2 years in a sherry cask, so you get loads of the spicy elements of it. It's an Oloroso, so it's not a full sherry bomb. Really light cinnamon, nutmeg, mulled wine, clove, very subtle Christmas whiskey in my head.
Great.
We have our Amarone cask. So again, I said about our owner having a chateau in Bordeaux. So we've really good wine connections across Europe. So we utilise this with the Italian red. And to me, it kind of tastes like dark forest gatto. I get like cherries and chocolate, really kind of rich, creamy hits with it. Very, very nice one.
I actually had to look up the word gatto.
Okay,
really?
Like,
well, what is that? It's just cake.
It's cake,
but it's in German. I know what that is in German, but it's okay. Yeah, it's got gatto
in German. It is.
It's Kuchen. Kuchen. Torte. We call it torte.
I'll take your word for
it.
Cake,
which is basically made with dough and has that consistency of flour, and then anything torte has a lot of cream in it.
Okay,
so you
fair
have
enough.
Cream fillings in between. We call those torte.
Nice, fair enough.
Torte, for example, from Austria.
Okay.
We're teaching each other intercultural
everybody's
things
learning.
Here. All right, good. What do we have?
Our Madeira then. So this is our first of our connoisseur collection releases.
Madeira makes everything better.
Doesn't it?
It does.
So this is the first of a series we're going to do about every 18 months. We're going to do a different wine finish. Again, leaning into that kind of wine side of the whiskey world. It's a much more accessible bottle rather than the 12. And to me, it's like, I describe it as a harvest whiskey. So I get loads of like peaches, plums and cherries, kind of the end of summer. My granny would have made lots of jam. Apple tarts completely. So very nice summery whiskey. And then our last one, this is my favourite, and you can see because the bottle's half empty. So this is our Imperial Stout finish, our crafting cask. So we work with Whitewater Brewery in Castlewellan, about 20 minutes away from the distillery, and they will do a cask exchange basically. We empty our small batch, send it to the brewery, and they'll age their stout for 3 months.
Right.
It's an imperial stout, so it's 8% starting off. It comes out at 9%.
Wow.
I'll describe it as a Guinness on steroids.
Yes.
It's that big, punchy, chocolatey malt.
Yeah.
And then we take the barrel back and we age the whiskey for further 11 months.
Okay.
So it gives it this real citrus kick on the nose, and then loads of like salted caramel and maca, real rich, creamy coffee hits.
Yeah.
This also was awarded the best limited release blended Irish whiskey at the World Whisky Awards.
Wow.
So we have 2 big gold stickers, which we're very, very happy with.
That's great.
So-
now we have a 15-year-old whiskey here, right? Which means the distillery is not 15 years old. So you source your
Correct.
whiskeys.
We do indeed.
When will your own whiskey actually hit the market?
So part of it will move into it this year. So we're hoping to use our malt
Right.
in our blend profile by the end of 2024. And then we should be planning to release our single malt as a 5-year-old by early 26 is the plan.
We'll see.
So we'll see as the plans change, things move.
Right.
But as I say, our own liquid, our juice is coming. If you're at Whisky Live, you're on stand 47. This may not be going out live.
No,
I
it's
doubt
not.
it is. But
So it's recording.
we do have a little bit of our own juice behind the stand here. So if you see us at other whiskey shows, we'll be bringing our liquids going, and now the bottle disappears.
Now the
So yeah, so to say, our own liquid has just turned 3 years old in November there. So we have bottled it, and you can tell me samples of it and stuff, but we haven't labelled it and properly put it out yet. But we are inching closer and closer towards it every day, which is really cool.
Good.
So-
So you're the face of Hinch. You're not actually producing the whiskey.
No,
And
not
yet I
personally.
have one technical question. If you don't know the answer, we'll see. All right.
We'll try.
Forgot to warn you beforehand. Every single booth I'm at today, I'm trying to ask here about water.
Okay.
Some people like hard water for whiskey making, bourbon, America, Kentucky. Some people like soft water,
Yeah.
for example, a lot of times Scotland. Hinch, what type of water do you have there? I don't know. Do you know?
You're grand. So our water comes from the Silent Valley Reservoir.
Right.
It's up in the Mourne Mountains.
Okay.
It was built around 1910,
Yeah.
and for a long time it was the benchmark of water purification in Ireland. It didn't need to be filtered or processed
Right.
in any way. In the distillery itself, we will, like every distillery, we have to do legal checks for health and safety, so we use the process of reverse
UV,
osmosis.
Okay, as well as reverse
So yeah,
osmosis. Yep.
so it's my knowledge, having spoken to the distillers, it brings it to basically like a pH 7, a neutral element to it. The impact of water on distilleries would have been absolutely massive 100 plus years ago, which is why in Scotland with the bog water coming through the peaty kind of turf land had such a bigger impact. Now, according to the distillers I've spoken with, it doesn't have as big as a factor. But as I say, Silent Valley, it's excellent pure water, and if you're in the kind of area of Greater Belfast, it will be servicing that as well. So as I say, it's excellent, good stuff.
Right.
Silent Valley itself, if you ever get a chance to take a walk up around the Mournes, our stills are named after 3 mountains. We have Donard, Croob and Wee Binion.
Yeah.
And Wee Binion overlooks the Silent Valley. And it's a beautiful walk. There's a really cool spot up there called the Bloody Bridge, and it used to be a whiskey smuggling trail back in the 1850s. So
another
loads of nice
history
history
lesson
into
here.
it. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So
thank you
to
very
answer
much.
your question about water, here's some history facts to distract you.
I'm not disappointed at all.
Fair, I'll
I
take it.
expected something different from you. That's very good. Visitors can visit you.
Absolutely, yeah. So
Best chandelier in the world.
thank you. Yeah, so we have our visitor centre. We do full whisky tours throughout the year. We also do a gin school. We produce 9th Wave Irish gin.
Right.
And then in the winter we run different workshops, like Some Like It Hot is one that I've written.
Oh.
It is a hot whisky and an Irish coffee masterclass. So really, really cool site. And as I say, yeah, we're about 20 minutes outside the city with lots of good eateries and stuff around us.
www.
HinchDistillery.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All the best.